I did want to talk to Miss Liz because during a really challenging time in my life, as my daughter was struggling with, all kinds of things as teenagers do, and Alon and I weren't even married yet, and we're like, do we want to get married? We've already done this before. Just the boundaries and just all the craziness with that. I was in a group with Liz. She leads a coaching group. You really saw me through like the worst. I wouldn't even show up sometimes on Zoom. I'm like, oh, I'm a mess. And I really feel like if it wasn't for that and really helping me through that, I don't think I would be here. And even the podcast, I'm like, why would I do a podcast? She's like, you should do a podcast. I'm like, what? It's like so many people that are doing that. Like, why in the world would I do that? So I'm curious, like, why in the world did you even suggest this? And even today, walking out here, I'm like, okay, this is a little obnoxious. Like, my face is everywhere, but
I like your face.
Listen, I just feel like you fake it till you make it until you make it. So we're gonna do that. So what made you think that this was a good idea? Because here we are, launch day. By the way, hold on. By the way, she is an author, by the way. She dropped her first book today. So it is on Amazon called Finding Your Diamonds. And I've already been sobbing, crying every night, texting her going, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So please get it. It's awesome. But I feel like you've really helped me find my diamonds. One of which is just the lesson I've had with my child right there. So yeah, how did we do this? What are we doing right now?
What is even happening? Healing is no joke. It's not a one and done thing. And I think when we started working together, I think it was really just help me get through all the hard things, right? Help me get through all the hard things. But what I started seeing was you would post something on Instagram or you would share something in our group and everyone would be crying hysterically. It was just the way you would say it, the way you would share it. People felt so seen. They felt like you were talking to them. And I thought, this is really interesting. This is not just about you. Your story is not just for you. And I watched how you just kept showing up. You were like, I'm coming in, I'm crying, I have mascara on my face, welcome. I'm like, amazing, come in here. So she showed up. She just kept showing up. And we started working through things and things started to improve and you started to heal and things started to magically open up for you. And I think, obviously, your diamond, Haley, is a huge part of this. But I started seeing that it's bigger than you. It's bigger than Haley because there's so many people who are struggling, who really want to know the truth. How are you doing this? How are you sitting at a party with your husband, your ex-husband, your daughter, your stepkids, your childhood best friends? I mean, how does this actually happen? This is work. This is not just like, oh, here we all are together. No, this is commitment and work. And you did that. And I thought, my God, what wisdom you have. And so, I started trying to drop the podcast hints and she said, no, I will not do that. And I was like, okay. But I started dropping the hints. And then I told you that's how I started.
Yeah.
I started with the podcast. I didn't even have a coaching business. I didn't have anything. And I know you're a coach, just like Alon knows you're a coach. But I thought, well, isn't this a great way in for you, right? You start your podcast, you kind of get your feet wet, you start having guests on, build your confidence, and then start this coaching business, whatever that may look like. So for me, I knew from the reactions of what you were putting on social media, like just these few things you would post, people were reaching out to you, you would tell me that. I said, she's got something. There's something there. She needs to share this.
Well, thank you. I think you really helped me kind of get the courage to do that. And there's something about sharing your personal life on social media. I'm like, why would I do that? But I do feel that, Alon and I have been through so much, Haley been through so much, even our stepkids. I mean, I feel like I have the most amazing bonus kids in the entire world. They are seriously, I've been with them since they were 13, 14 years old, and they've just been always supportive. But it's a journey, right, with even step parenting. So I think being a nurse has kind of helped do all of this.
That was the other part.
Right.
She would be like, oh, it was like a code brown. And we were like, what? What's a code brown? It's a code blue. And Carla, we're in the room together, all these wise men. Carla would be like, that's a podcast. Like, she just, there was no way she wasn't doing a podcast. We'd be like, she would talk and we would say, this whole thing you just said, that's an episode. That whole thing you just said. She was like, what's an episode? I'm like, what you just said, that's a whole episode. And so it just really, you were doing it before you were doing it. That was really funny. Like you were saying these things and we said, we don't know about this. We're not nurses like these amazing ladies. We don't know this whole world. Like, I kind of want to know, what is that world?
Yeah, it's kind of like a behind the scenes. Yes. And in our women's group, like we have like doctors and like these producers. And when Carla Pennington says, this could be an episode, I'm like, oh my God, Carla just said that. Oh, well, she's a producer of shows, let's just say. Like she's such amazing. Like I always want to pick her brain. And so when she's like, that would be like really good. I got like,
if we get Carla's stamp, we know it's good.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that really like kind of helped with everything. And, you know, I was just talking, I think, to Emilio and Yadi earlier, how, you know, because they said, oh, is this just all about nursing stories? And obviously I'm interviewing doctors and I'm interviewing like medical people, but I feel like we all need a spiritual defibrillator, right? If you're a defibrillator, what do? It's like you flatline. And we all flatline, I think. We all like have a time in our life where like life just kind of stops. You know, for me, it's if my daughter is struggling, life stops, right? If Alana and I are going through stuff with our family, like life stops. So I don't necessarily need CPR, but I kind of need CPR. You're right. I need a blood transfusion. I need time with my friends. I need something to give me life again. And I started feeling like, gosh, I think everybody goes through this stuff. It's just, I'm not poking an IV in them and I'm giving them blood, or I'm not doing compressions on them, but we all need to be brought back to life at some point. And I think for me at midlife, and I don't know who's over 40 here, but this perimenopause is amazing. Oh my God. I need a fan out here just to
100%.
Lord have mercy. It's a whole other world. I just feel like we all go through our stuff. And it may be medical. I think I say in my opening that, you know, not all wounds are visible and not all healing is clinical. Like there's so much, sometimes in my patients, I'm like, gosh, I can tell you, I can give you the medications, but I'd love, like, you kind of need to like talk this through. Like you kind of need to talk about what's going on inside of you. So that's kind of how this.
But I also think that one of the important things you said is I think the prevailing wisdom has been like, oh, once you hit 40, like your whole world's going to just be, you're going to be horrible. It's 40 on, you're screwed. Like it's the worst. You're going to get menopause. You're going to be sweating. Everything's going to fall apart. I don't think people realize this is the time for you to live your legacy. This is the time to discover what you actually are really here for, because up until then, you've been managing people and making sure everyone's okay, and you never think about yourself. And so this was exciting to watch you come into this midlife and be like, I found something that really lights me up, because I always tell you, if you make your future bigger, your present will be better. Yes. And so she made her future bigger, and then every day started to feel a little exciting, like, oh my God, I'm going to have a podcast, I'm going to interview someone today. She was like excited, right? Like we need things to be exciting in midlife. We don't want to just be like, okay, what's left for me? God almighty, you know? Right. So I think that's what's incredible, is that you're showing what that looks like, that midlife is not a log flume to hell. It's actually a great thing. It's great.
It is great. It is great. And I think sometimes too, I think we always think, oh, maybe I would want to do this or do that, but my kid is struggling, or my kid's in, you know, baseball season, or, oh, I'm trying to start my career, or I'm in school. And I just feel like there's really nothing that, you know, that can stop you. In fact, I feel like my daughter's journey that she's had over the last year and a half has really fueled my desire, you know, to do something different. Cause I want her to, cause I can be a little controlling. Just a little.
Tiny bit.
My nurse friends know that, especially with my patients, just a little bit. I can be a little controlling, and to step back and let her be her, go through the struggle and just be a mom, like that was a really hard thing for me. So going through her struggle, I do not even know if this podcast again would be born without what the journey that Haley has been so brave to go through. So to do that, and then not feel the guilt of, oh my gosh, I'm starting a podcast. Oh my gosh, I'm having a party. I mean, you know, my daughter wasn't even at my reception for my wedding and feeling so guilty of that. But knowing that she's watching me. She's watching me. My Emily and Aiden, like they're watching me, and they're watching their dad be a different human because he's allowing my influence. Not in the operating room, of course.
Yes.
But he's allowing my influence.
You know, I'm the hugest fan of Alon that could possibly exist next to you.
Yes.
And I'm Haley's third biggest fan. Well, I mean, maybe a fourth, I'm seventh. I don't know where I am, but I'm up there, Haley. I'm in the club. But I think this is what's so special about this podcast, because just like you said, it's not just going to be about medical things necessarily, but it's going to also be about how do you heal through things? How do you have these things kind of come at you sideways? And how do you actually navigate through it? And I think you're going to illuminate so much for people, because there are people that are having very similar journeys, maybe not exactly the same, but enough to where you can be a guiding light and give them hope. I mean, people need hope right now. People need hope. And and also you tell the truth. You're not over here going on a perfection. I mean, you look damn good. But you are not a person that pretends they're perfect all the time. You tell the truth. And I think that's what's really refreshing about you.
Oh, thank you. Well, I think that's, again, something, somebody said something one day at work, and they said something about, oh, your Instagram is just so fabulous. And I think we were going on having some parties, because Nicole is like the most amazing party planner ever. And she makes me look like I'm like a celebrity, and I'm not, but that's okay. And I thought, oh my gosh, and they had no idea that my daughter was going through so much, and we were dealing with so much, and there was so much pain and crying all the time at night. I thought, oh my gosh, it just felt facade. And I know a lot of this is nobody's business sometimes, but I think there's more parents going through, you know, these things. So I'm just grateful to be able to share. Again, it may not be for everybody, but I think for the people here that we've invited, I think it will be. It'll be fun. It's going to be, you know, have all kinds of medical, but non-medical parenting, marriage, just craziness.
Celebrity guests.
Right. You, because she's going to be a bestseller. So thank you guys all for coming. Thank you. This is so awesome. Thanks for the turnout. And anything else you would like to add to my amazing?
Yes, I want to say that I knew that she was a natural at this, just like Alon knew she was a natural at this. And when she sent me her first episode, I just started crying. And she said, is anything wrong? Do I need to change anything? I said, no. She said, are you sure? I don't need to change anything at all? I said, Mindie, I'm just telling you right now, you're a natural. You don't need to change a damn thing. And its proof is in the pudding, because just your trailer had over 500 people listening. Just her trailer. That's not even the first episode. She's new. She's just new. 500 people listening. And you haven't even gotten started. It's only going to get better from there. And I just want to congratulate you for not giving up and for going for your dreams, showing your daughter what's possible. I'm super proud of you, and I love you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for helping me do this. Thank you.
I love you. So proud of you. I love you.